A weekend stream, chat. Well, I'll be curious if chat even shows up. We haven't done a weekend stream in a while, but I thought it would be funny to read some comments from this post that GameStop just posted on Twitter last night. It's got 6.5 million views, 1,800 comments. So it could be fun to read some, I thought, and we got a little article to read. So could be fun. Could be fun. I think we start off with the article, right? I think we start off with the article, even though there's nobody here. I think we started off with this. Or actually, let's save the article. Maybe some people will show up. But GameStop reposted this guy. What's really funny is I think this guy had over 3,000 followers. I'm not positive. I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure this guy had over 3,000 followers when I looked, and now he's only at 2,000, which is hilarious. What's up, Ditch Pickle? Matt Romano, what's up, bro? But we got nothing says family fun like watching a scalper walk out with a cart full of booster packs while kids stare at a bare shelves. This is why we have purchase limits. Walmart should do the same. And I guess a bunch of people got really upset with this. So I think it'd be funny to read some of the comments. This guy says, "As a scalper here, I can tell you that every single person I sell to has a smile on their face when they're purchasing." I'm sure they do, but that does okay. I'm not really gonna commentate on any of this. Really, I'm just gonna read it, unless I find something that I want to commentate on. But like ultimately, I don't care about this stuff. Like if you take anything posted on Twitter seriously, I think you need to, take a look at yourself. Alright, you sound like a communist who doesn't like capitalism. Maybe Pokemon should make more cards, or you should order more. It sucks that you randomly just shame your customers. Dude didn't do anything wrong. I don't think that guy's a GameStop customer, but you can't order any cards. It's all limited. I don't know if that should be pretty obvious. Like, if they could order more, they would. They have $8 billion. I think they would order as much as... I think they probably order as much as they can every time. I would say that goes for every store, but if it's all going to one person, that's pretty whack. Let's see. I wouldn't be so fast to comment when literal free game codes were getting scalped at your facilities. That's not GameStop's fault. That's the market's fault for being a bunch of psychos about Pokemon. Brother, you have time to delete this. You are the For Gamers store, and you're the first one overcharging for TCG. At least Walmart sells at MSRP. Embarrassing. I actually love that GameStop sells over MSRP. It's great. GameStop should sell over MSRP, because fuck the scalpers, bro. Fuck the scalpers, bro. GameStop should be the scalper. And what's funny is people still buy from GameStop and still scalp. Even though, I don't know, this is gonna be, man, Twitter is like the literal, like, worst website ever, so this isn't gonna be, you're not gonna get any, intelligent comments here. Any adult collecting cards needs a search history check. That's a weird comment. That's a weird comment. That's a weird comment, bro. Did the thumbnail show up? Let me see if the thumbnail showed up. Okay, cool. A snail with groceries. What's up, bro? How you doing? It's simple. Print more cards to make the newer packs less valuable. Then all the greedy hoarders will have to sell their packs at a loss or open them. Then it can return on it being a fun game for kids to enjoy as it was intended to be. I don't really agree. I mean, they should probably print more, right? But I don't necessarily think this is a... I have mixed feelings on it, honestly. I have mixed feelings on it. But it is a little weird. It is a little weird. GameStop limits are actually crazy. If you cared about kids getting cards, you'd hold some products back to Saturday so working parents could get some for their kids. I don't think it's GameStop's fault that people literally fucking wait in line for 12 hours to get some fucking cards. I don't think that's GameStop's fault, bro. I don't think that's GameStop's fault. Mooma Burr, what's up? Yeah, bro, weekend stream, bro. Weekend stream. We actually got some hype on some GameStop over the weekend, bro. They got some Twitter drama. Some fantastic Twitter drama. What's up, P? How you doing, P? Let's see. GameStop tried to roast someone. The comments roasted them. Y'all can sell all you want, but you still scammed me on my Tony Hawk Pro Skater game in 2008, and I'll never forget it. Holy shit. If you... Oh, man. They bought my Tony Hawk... Why would you even go sell it if you're fucking upset about it? Like... I mean, obviously, a lot of these comments are probably just fucking bots, but... Goddamn, if you're truly upset about that, why would you even sell the game? Why would you even sell the game? Why didn't you just keep it? Good lord. Like, if these are real people, you know how insane that is? You know how insane if, like, any of these comments are real people? Like, I think that's crazy. You, a corporation, sell over MSRP, by the way. Yeah, good. So do car dealerships. I don't know if you're aware of that. So does most businesses. What started the drama on Twitter? They reposted this tweet. It's nothing says family fun like watching a scalper walk out with a cart full of booster packs. And it got 6.5 million views. And yeah, now we're just reading the comments, seeing what's up. Just seeing how dumb people are. Just seeing how dumb people are. You offered to buy brand new Madden games from kids for $5 or $5.50 store credit. Well, then don't sell it to GameStop. Go sell it yourself. See, the argument of like GameStop offers is fucking stupid. Because if you go sell it yourself, you have to pay fees if you sell it on eBay. You know, any website, you have to pay fees. You have to pay shipping. And good luck selling it in person, because nobody probably wants your garbage game. So, like, to complain about GameStop's offers, at least they're offering you money. Nobody else wants your garbage game, and you're not going to spend the time to sell it yourself anyway. So, to complain about GameStop's offers is actually ridiculous. Straight up. It's straight up ridiculous, because you're not factoring in what GameStop has to do to sell that game. Or, you know, what you would have to do to sell that game. I appreciate this energy, but also, why did you only have, like, 5 code cards and 3 promos for the whole country? I doubt that's real. Like, bro, could you, like, if that's a real person, can you imagine if that's a real person? Like, how brain dead do you have to be? How many stores did you close and people you let go this year because you guys wanted to prioritize your portfolio over people's livelihood? You guys don't care about your employees or your customers. You guys care about profits instead of making a post like this. Focus your efforts on keeping stores open and saving jobs. Power for profit should be your new logo. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that, bro. I'm cool with that. I love that, bro. I love profit. You know, as a GameStop investor, I'm proud they prioritize profit. But at least, you know, at least they put purchase limits on the booster boxes so people can actually get a hold of them. Instead of, you know, one fucking person buying the whole store out. and bro, his he has an AI overview as the photo. Oh man. Oh man, this crazy, bro. This guy's comment is probably AI. Like this guy probably doesn't even think for, like, I guarantee nobody in this fucking comment section thinks for themselves. I guarantee it, bro. I liked this one though. Huh, your name's not on the list. Of course not, because I don't belong here. I'm the guy that bought all the pre-orders, then CT scanned the boxes before resell, and then it has him go to extra hell. I actually really like this meme. This shit's funny. Extra hell. Like, that's funny, bro. That's funny. Extra hell. I like that one. Nothing says family fun like charging above MSRP, am I right? Bro, that's what scalpers do! The scalpers charge more than GameStop! Like, how? Oh my god, bro. How could you be someone who scalps Pokemon and complain that GameStop sells over MSRP. That's actually a joke, bro. Like, you're selling a fucking ETB for like $250 and GameStop maybe sells it for like $170, $180, and you're gonna talk shit. Oh, sorry, GameStop doesn't want you to make profit off of their fucking product. Or, it's not their product, but sorry, GameStop doesn't want you to make profit from their stores. Sorry that my investment wants to actually make profit for themselves and benefit their investors and benefit the people who actually believe in GameStop instead of a bunch of fucking idiots who scalp Pokemon. Every crybaby uses their kid as an excuse. We all know the kid isn't the one with the binder full of OP's valuable cards. Yeah, because the kids can't get fucking Pokemon, because it's not even on the shelf. You can say the N-word on Twitter? What? You can say the N-word on Twitter? That's crazy, bro. You can say the N-word on Twitter? I didn't know that. Your employees buy all the good stock before it hits the shelves. Why do you care if GameStop wants to give their employees Pokemon? Like, they provide value to the business. Like, that's a stupid bro, there's so many dumb comments, bro. I think Twitter's just AI. I hope so. Bro. I hope Twitter's just AI, because if this is real people, my faith in humanity is 0. I hope this is bots. If this is real people, bro, my faith is 0. Like, I have 0 faith in humanity. GameStop, you really need to reevaluate this post. Not a good look given your business practice. I think it looks like the post got it got 400,000 views since we started reading. So I don't think they need to reevaluate. I think they know what they're doing. This fucking 7 million people viewed this post. Well, potentially 7 million bots, but I don't think they need to reevaluate everything. I think anyone in this comment section needs to reevaluate their life, bro. Fucking crazy. Kids don't play with Pokemon cards anymore. Adult man-children do. I agree with that. That might be the first comment I agree with, besides this one. This one's pretty funny, but that might be the first comment I agree with. Yet your employees backdoor every GameStop exclusive promo. So? So? I watched a motherfucker walk out with 4 booster boxes. Your limits are ass. I think their limits are 2 booster boxes, so they probably had another person with them. I don't know. Fuck them kids! That's the guy they reposted. Fuck them kids! Alright, that's funny. That's a funny comment. Even though I don't agree with it, that's a funny comment. I like that one. I liked that one. I don't agree with it, but it is a funny comment. Get his ass, GameStop. He stole the product from Tattooed Pokemon Kid. Shame on you. Wait, who the hell's Tattooed Pokemon Kid? Probably just another scalper. Imagine GameStop thinking they're the good guys. GameStop is the good guys, bro. Instead of, Walmart should charge, Walmart, Target, all these businesses should charge more for Pokemon. They shouldn't be letting fucking losers make money from Pokemon. Like, the corporation, like, this is the one time where I would agree, where I think corporations should be making the profit, not fucking people just, like, buying all this Pokemon, and I don't know. I would personally prefer the corporations to make the money. This is that one time I actually think the corporations should take advantage, so I don't know. Also, none of these people are GameStop investors. They probably don't even invest in the stock market. If this is real people, it's just a bunch of people who buy Pokemon, and that's all they do. Maybe they buy crypto. I promise you, bro, the other retailers will follow suit. Now it'll be hilarious. Yeah, I mean, the only issue with that is the scalpers are going to continue to buy and they'll just raise the prices. But if the prices get so high that nobody's going to buy from them, I mean, that should be the goal, man, really. But the cards are so valuable, you know, there's that gambling aspect where people aren't even thinking straight. You know, people who go play slots and sports bet, they don't even think straight. Like, they just think they're going to make all this money, you know, like, so the gambling aspect is probably the biggest issue because a lot of those cards are so valuable. Scalpers don't love the game, they just love the margin, big difference. Yep, and GameStop's taking advantage. Why not? I'm bro. Feels good to be a GameStop investor, honestly. It feels good to be a GameStop investor. Is that why you were out of Meridian and created on codes in less than an hour? Yeah, because a bunch of people probably bought them. Like, what? Wasn't there, I think you had to spend a certain amount to get the codes as well. But, let's see. That's the same meme we just saw. You literally scalp customers with traded in products. No, they don't. No, they don't. You just don't factor in shipping or fees or time it sits on the shelf. I think a lot of these people also don't understand business because all they do is buy Pokemon and flip it. Like, I don't think these people actually understand business. They just think they're smart because they can double their money the second they buy some Pokemon. So that's probably also another issue. Okay, Karen, what if old boy just likes to open packs? That's a dumb comment. Target has a limit of 2 sleeve booster packs. You have a limit of 5 for non-members and 10 for members. You are just as much part of the problem. Do better. Does Target? I think Target does have limits, actually. But not on boot. Do they? Although this tweet was pointed towards Walmart, not Target. So kind of a dumb comment. It's not even, the tweet's not even aimed at fucking Target, it's aimed at Walmart. So that's I kind of get where this guy's coming from, but he's taking the tweet out of context. Whoever's running this page needs a raise. I agree. straight up, dude. To get 7 million views on a fucking tweet, bro, he does need a raise, whoever's running this shit. Imagine it's Ryan. Imagine Ryan's the one running it. That'd be hilarious. I could see it, you know. You think I don't think GameStop like pays for advertising, so what if it is just Ryan? That would be funny. That would be funny. Y'all are a joke. Why your price is over MSRP? So idiots like you don't make profit. Not now, GameStop. Read the room, buddy. Why does it matter if someone fucking sold these cards on eBay? Like, why does that matter? It just goes to show how degenerate people are for Pokemon. It doesn't... This has nothing to do with GameStop. This has everything to do with how degenerate people are with Pokemon. And how fucking... Yeah, just people are insane, bro. People are actually insane. Is GME halted? I'd take this more seriously if your employees weren't reselling all their employee purchases to a local shop that's run by a former MJ Holdings employee who backdoored all the good stuff to his wife. What? What is this guy on? This guy's smoking crack or something. How many of you guys think like a lot of people on Twitter are just drug addicts as well? Like, I don't know. It's just a thought. Like, how... Like, could you imagine typing that? Could you imagine typing this? You sound like a scalper. Like, how many people are actually just drug addicts? Based GameStop. Amen. Is based a good thing? I don't know. I've seen that comment a lot lately. Based. I don't even know if... Is that a good thing? I think being based is a good thing, right? I don't know. FWIW, your own employees started backdooring products? What does that even mean? What does backdooring products mean? I don't know what that means. All the people complaining are scalpers. Yeah, basically. What's up, Lola? I haven't seen Lola in here in a while. Hope you're doing good. Let's see. What else do we got? What else do we got? A Trump post. Oh, that's nice. Do better, Walmart. Bro, ain't no way. Or I have friends, ask them if they want to camp out early. I'll take them to breakfast after and give them some cash for their time. Get 3 friends equals 4 people limits. So if we were first, we can be totally cool people and buy up all the booster boxes for sure and maybe ETBs. Well, this guy sounds like a piece of shit, so love you, GameStop. Save them for the children. Won't somebody please think about the profits? Won't somebody please think of the profits? Backdoor means you workers are buying all the product before the customers do. I doubt that. Well, is there proof of that? Is there actually proof of that? I mean, I'm sure the employees get to buy some boxes, but that's a dumb argument because most GameStop stores literally have like 3 employees, maybe 4. So I think that's a dumb argument. They literally have fucking 4 employees. You know, they have a manager and like 2 or 3 other people, basically. So I think that's also a dumb argument. But I also don't know. I don't know. Is there like actually proof of that? I don't know. I'm sure the employees have the same limits as the customers. That's what I would think. That's what I would think. Let's see. And GameStop pays like shit. So like to offer your guys or to offer their employees Pokemon, you know, that's a benefit of working at GameStop. You know, GameStop doesn't really pay that well. So to be able to get product before anyone else, I would say that's quite a decent benefit for people who work there. GameStop, who buys your used games / consoles for nothing and then resells it a profit. See that argument, man, that's going to be a very common comment, I think. And it's just people are fucking clueless about how the effort it takes to sell something that nobody wants. You know, they're buying a game that's like multiple years old and fucking nobody wants it. So to complain about GameStop's offers is stupid. It just goes to show how clueless you are about how the world works, basically. I'm just here for all the angry comments. Bravo, Lunar. Meanwhile, whilst I worked for you guys over in Norway, staff would get scolded left and right by upper management if we didn't just serve the customer and give them exactly what they asked for, regardless of communicated and established purchase limits. What? What? I just can't believe if these are real people, bro. If these are real people, man, rather see the cards go to the employees. Yeah, facts. Maybe before pointing out your competition's flaws, you should make sure your employees actually follow the guidelines laid out to prevent the scalping going on with the shiny Muradon and Corridon cards in your stores. I don't know, just a thought? What does that even mean? That's not GameStop's fault. That's the degenerates. That's fucking degenerates, bro. That's not GameStop's fault. Too many clueless people, bro. Restock now. GameStop chill, bro. Bro, just tell the Pokemon company to make more cards. They want it this way, nothing to do with the retailer. That's complete bullshit, because for someone to just be able to go buy every fucking card in the store, that's pretty ridiculous, honestly. Even, you know, of course, you know, other scalpers are going to do it, but at least it would spread out the cards instead of one per. You know what? I actually don't care, because if Pokemon ever crashes, the scalpers are going to get absolutely fucked. So I don't actually, you know, I actually don't care that one person buys all the product, because if Pokemon ever collapses, those people are fucked. You know, of course, the Pokemon should go to kids, of course, but I think if the Pokemon bubble bursts, the people who are buying all the product and are sitting on all this product, I think they deserve it, honestly. I think they deserve to get clapped. Let's see. That's an automated post. They're selling it under the table. That and my son and daughter trying to get a shiny Corridon Meridon code and all gone in every store. Just sad these times are. GameStop's the only one who had those codes, I'm pretty sure. So to complain about that is pretty stupid. It's terrible. I can't find any packs to open with my 5-year-old son. Scalper on scalper crime. What? Those prices are atrocious for them being raw dogged like that. What? I don't really understand this post. I don't really understand this post. If there's a card you want and they're charging $1 or $3 for it, I don't really see the issue with that. I don't really see the issue with that. Kind of weird. Answers for this bozo. What? Why is it? I don't get how that's I don't get how this is like a conversation. Why do the codes matter? GameStop's the only one who offered the codes. Silence brand. Oh wait, no, my mistake. Carry on. I don't understand that comment. People acting like scarcity's new. Pokemon been like this over a year now. Yeah, it's just now everyone wants it because they're making money. A bunch of people who don't actually understand business. They just buy Pokemon and they make profit. It's like Pokemon scalpers are the new drug dealers, basically. Straight up. They're the new drug dealers. Scalpers are trying to catch them all. That takes the fun out of collecting. Get them. There's some Walmarts I've been to that literally always have stock. Can't say that about GameStop. Every single store of yours is understocked. I doubt that. I'd really doubt that. Nothing also says family fun like watching scalpers line their empty chairs up in front of the stores. 24 hours before opening and then leaving to not show up until 1 hour before opening, and then kids showing up to look at an empty shelf because you allow empty seats to hold spots in line outside your store. These stories are littering my timeline, and I feel bad for everyone who had to experience this. I saw the stories, so didn't even bother to try, and turns out I was right to cause all my local GameStops had the same issue. Do better. You're part of the problem? What? Bro. If you go and wait in line and there's empty chairs in front of you, move the fucking chairs. Like, what? That's not GameStop's fault. That's your fault for being a little pussy and not moving the chairs. That's not GameStop's fault. And maybe if you weren't bitch made, maybe if you weren't bitch made, you'd move the chairs yourself and get in line. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Y'all are literally scalpers, though. $39.99 for a booster bundle is crazy. Good. Good. When a celebrity die, the scalpers push the newest ETB and say this was the set he was chasing before he died, just like how dealers do with drugs. Yeah, bro. This is crazy, bro. I just can't even believe what we're reading right now. Walmart's new family activity. Bro. Oh! McDonald's iced tea. I drink that. 2.5 men. I watch that. Walmart sucks. Unbelievable. You charge $200 for booster boxes. Yeah, so that should man. People are like so clueless on how the world works. This is an infuriating reason why we can't have nice things every time. My husband and I can never find any packs in stock ever, and I do mean ever. Yep. Caught live in 4K. All these scalpers replying makes me sick. Get a real job. Everyone who isn't a scumbag, keep the conversation going until laws are passed on. Reselling collectibles in the same year they're released. Bravo to GameStop for bringing attention. Yep, I actually agree with that. Scalpers, I don't mind people hustling. I don't mind people making money, but I don't know, man. Like, do you have to like clear a shelf out at Walmart? Like, I don't know, do you? I mean, I guess, but let's see, bro. If I got flamed by GameStop, I'd quit the hobby forever. Will Pokemon cards increase in value? Let's see. I strongly dislike Walmart even before this post. Normal people at 2 a.m. Okay. GME. Okay. Juan Cena. I like that name. Juan Cena. If only GameStop did something about this type of problem. My local GameStop had 2 guys clear out the most recent Pokemon drop. Then again, I shouldn't be upset at social media manager for this loophole. How did 2 guys clear out the recent Pokemon drop? They have a limit. Doesn't really make sense. For real though, thanks for giving us these chances. Not going to be much of a hobby left if you don't allow new generations to get their hands on and fall in love with the cards. Shout out GameStop. Yep. That's actually a really good point. That's probably the best comment we've read so far, straight up. Thanks. Not going to be much of a hobby left if you don't allow new generations to get their hands on and fall in love with the cards. Yeah, that's a very that's a good comment right there. GameStop should do something about PSA charging up charges for card submissions for nothing. The upcharge is to cover increased insurance, but when submitting at GameStop, and if you get an upcharge, nothing changes. It's essentially an extra charge for nothing? Wait, what? Obviously, these people have never had a package lost in the mail. They don't know how common that is. I don't even know where to buy Pokemon cards from anymore. Insane how last Christmas they had to put Pokemon cards on sale to get rid of them. Now you can't get them at all. If you actually believe that stop selling 2 booster boxes to someone just to upsell a pro membership, there's no reason a store with only 6 boxes should be selling more than 1 to anyone. Oh man. I actually feel stupider. I actually feel dumber the more comments we read. My brain cells are slowly dying the more comments we read. I might actually be like mentally handicapped after we finish this. Like after this stream, I might be stupid forever. Twitter is slowly killing my brain cells. I'm crying. How's this real? Bro, you literally sell sealed product, sealed at market price and buy slabs at 50%. What? You guys literally have stores that can't open on time due to the lack of employees. Wonder why? What? I'm sure no kids are waiting in line for cards at your store because you sell them all to adults. What? My brain hurts. I feel dumb. Yeah, you should sell product at nearly market value when it's literally on release day, and you should be set at MSRP as you are getting it directly from distributors for way below cost. Also, it's been well known that most of your stores outright just take all of the exclusive promos that should be given to customers. Nothing's ever done about it. You're, at this point, literally no better than the very scalpers you're claiming that you're not. Except GameStop sells the boxes for exponentially cheaper than scalpers, so that's brutal. Greedy moves ruin it for everyone, especially kids just wanting to enjoy the hunt. Yep. What's up, unknown? Ruben, what's up, Ruben? Didn't know kids had 600 to drop on packs. That's a good point. That's a good point. But these ones, you know, these packs, the tins and stuff, you know, these packs are $5-10 a piece. And the tins are probably like 15 or something, you know, 20. The kids have money for that. Except I just lost my spot, so I shouldn't have did that. Now I gotta find my spot again. We're getting deep into the brain cell death. Let's see. Your limits are so realistic and awesome. The first 5 people right when the store opened walked out with all the boxes. Let's not even get started on how many of your stores broke street date for the shinies or employees themselves took them outright. Y'all overcharge on games and barely have any in-person games left? What? What? You may have purchase limits, but your employees will hold and sale for friends? I don't think so. I don't think so. What's up, Glizzy? Glizzington? These idiots are going into debt over Pokemon packs is awesome. Then they'll sell the hits and get more packs at a loss. Full-blown pack addicts. I imagine we'll see rehabs for Pokemon pack addicts soon. Interesting. That's an interesting perspective. I'm just curious what happens when Pokemon stops being so popular. Like, do you really think Pokemon's going to be this popular forever? You know, I think investing in Pokemon is potentially, like, still valid, but do you really think people are going to be able to buy Pokemon at retail and flip it for double forever? Like, I don't think it's going to happen, you know? I think there's going to be a point where people stop caring, you know? People get tired of it. And then all these idiots who are just sitting on tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of Pokemon are going to get fucking wrecked. You know, I don't know. Obviously, Pokemon is so hyped. So fucking hyped. And, you know, people really believe in it as an investment, but markets don't go up forever, you know? Look at the beginning of this year. Look at 2022. You know, markets don't go up forever. There's going to be a time, a moment in time where prices collapse. You know, will they go back up? That's most likely. But there is going to be like a 4 to 6 month period where prices collapse and everyone is going to panic. Let's see. Ah, yes, the company that says they're for gamers and endorses those gamers to wait and piss outside their stores for 10 plus hours. Please sit this one out. I don't think they people just do it. Do you think GameStop's like, hey, come line up at our stores so you can scalp some Pokemon? Like, do you really think GameStop wants that? People do it for Target too. People do it for Walmart too, so it's not GameStop's fault people are fucking psychotic. Let's see. This is less packs than the maximum amount you can get as a pro member. Delete this? What? I think you can only get 10 packs. When you support purchase limits but still manage to walk out of GameStop with 2 booster boxes. Wait, what? I don't understand that post, I don't think. It's going to crash and burn. People lose tons of money on their investments. We'll see, you know. I don't know if it'll crash and burn, you know. I just think there's going to be a moment in time where it loses favor and prices go down. But if you're looking out 5, 10, 20 years, I don't think it's I don't know if I agree with that. But there will be a moment in time where it stops going up. Just as everything, you know, crypto, stocks, every investment doesn't just go straight up. It goes straight up for a while. And then when it stops going straight up, people get nervous. Because the only reason people invest in stuff is because it's going up. People don't actually believe in Pokemon. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. Nobody actually believes in Pokemon. People are only invested in Pokemon because they're making money right now. I think the sell signal was that article where the Shark Tank Kevin O'Leary was calling it fine art and boasting about his success flipping Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon is fine art in a way. But you gotta, like, a lot of these people who are in Pokemon aren't, like, educated investors. You know, there are educated investors in the Pokemon space, of course. But majority of the people in Pokemon, it's just like the stock market, bro. A majority of people in the stock market and crypto are fucking traders. They're just in it to make money. Nobody's in Pokemon because they love Pokemon. You know, there's a small group of people who are, but the majority, nobody gives a fuck about Pokemon. They care about the money. Nobody gives a fuck about the stock market. Nobody gives a fuck about crypto. They're in it for money. Let's see. Pokemon movie coming soon? I don't know. I'm full bear on Pokemon. I think it's going to crash to nothing. I disagree with that. It's not going to crash to nothing. Pokemon's always going to have favor. It's always going to be something people want. Gen Z doesn't care about Pokemon at all. When millennials move on from it, it's done. On the cards anyway. All my comments pertain to the cards. The digital media will be there. See, I don't really agree with that. I don't think Pokemon's going to zero, bro. Pokemon's always going to be popular. People are always going to love Pokemon. You also seem to forget that it's a trading card game. It actually has purpose. You know, it's a legitimate card game that you can play. It's not just this thing that has art on it. Like, it's an actual game. So Pokemon's always going to have favor. But when people stop making money from it, that's a whole different thing. I'm a high school teacher, and I can assure you that plenty of Gen Z are still very into Pokemon. Yep, I agree. I agree. Not the cards, if you say so. I think you're looking at it a little too bearish, Glizzington. I think you have a little too much bias in the space. I think you have a little too much bias, bro. You need to look at the other side. You know, you can't be that biased in anything. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but you need to be able to see the other side as well. You can't just look at one side and think that's, you know, it's not just one-sided. It's still like a card game people want to play. People still love the show. You know, people love the anime. People love the art on the cards. People love investing in the sealed product. Like, you know, there's still people that absolutely love Pokemon. Yes, the cards. The Pokemon app of trading cards definitely fueled it. Yeah, bro. People love that Pokemon TCG Pocket. And that's not even, you know, that's not even real cards. Not even real packs. People spend money on Pokemon TCG Pocket. My daughter, Gen Z, has 2 binders full of cards. Yep. Yeah, I think you're a little too biased, Glizzington. You know, you're valid, you know, you're entitled to your opinion, of course, but I would just say you need to be able to see the other side as well. It's not going to zero. Pokemon's not going anywhere. Pokemon's going to be around for the rest of our lives. It's not going nowhere. But will it keep making money the way it's making money now? That's very debatable. I agree with you. It's a bubble. But you don't know how long a bubble's going to last. That's another funny thing. Even if it is a bubble, this could go on for the next 3 to 5 years. A bubble doesn't just pop because you think it's a bubble. It could go on for a long time. And, you know, say Pokemon triples again, you know, on top of what it's already gone up. If it crashes, it just comes back to the prices it's at right now. So in that scenario, it doesn't really matter. When I was a kid, the whole world was into Pokemon. Then the following decade, it was for losers and nerds. It'll happen again. I don't know if I agree. I mean, I think Pokemon is much larger and much more popular than when you were a kid. I actually think old people will die off and their hobbies will become worthless. Pokemon and new age hobbies will crush when the wealth transfer happens. Sure, Pokemon will pop, but in that long term, Pokemon is interesting. Yeah, I agree. I think Pokemon is very interesting as a long term investment, but I don't, you know, like I said, as soon as people stop being able to make money from it, that's where it's all going to change. But who knows if that's actually going to happen? Like, you don't know if that's going to happen. That's all speculation. Pokemon could go up forever. Like, you don't know. Sure, you know, I think there's going to be a moment where prices come down, but like I said earlier, when is that going to be? 3-5 years from now? You don't know. Ugh. It's a big bubble, though. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's say, a lot of the newer booster boxes are sitting around like 300, I think. Imagine those go up to $1,000 in the next year or two, and then the bubble pops. Those booster boxes are still going to be worth like $400 or $500. So, like I said, in that scenario, I don't know if it matters. Let's see. I'm sure you'll take it all back at 10% trading credit. Y'all have limits, but your employees shave the stock so like 3 people can get something. I think GameStop just has limited stock, and they try to spread it out across their stores the best they can. Nothing says family fun like watching scalpers sell free codes for $60. That's not GameStop's fault. If you think that's GameStop's fault, you're clueless. You're clueless. If you have purchase limits, then explain why you never have stock. Limited product? You ever heard of limited product? They only let people buy so much. Man. Spending all this money on kids' cards when you drive a busted Ford Escape. That's a funny comment. I like that comment. That's an awesome comment, bro. Woo! I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a beater. I drive a beater, but still a funny comment. Then why did I watch your employees' backdoor sealed cases today? I really doubt you watched anything. The only thing you watched was Twitter. Okay, GameStop now selling Pokemon TCG products above MSRP upon release. Yep, taking advantage. If scalpers are going to scalp, why shouldn't GameStop? Speaking of scalpers, we need to talk about your stingy buybacks and greedy markups. I love being a GameStop investor, bro. I love it, bro. Honestly. This is going to be the greatest investment in the history of investments. This is going to be the greatest investment ever. I love this, bro. I love this. I love every minute of this. This is fucking sick, dude. If you're over the age of 12 and still buying Pokemon cards, you're a loser. Let the kids have them. Limits might help prevent scalping. No. Definitely not. That's pretty wild. Order limits are needed. Yep. Hey, Warhammer, take a lesson from GameStop. Are words I never thought I would say. Fair. I think order limits would, more people doing order limit. It wouldn't fix the problem, but it would definitely, slow it down, maybe. Because instead of one person getting all the product and making like thousands of dollars, one person would get like a little bit of product and they'd only be able to make like a couple $100. And you can't really make a living like that, I don't think. I mean, people are still going to do it, of course, but I think it's a lot harder to make a living when you're only making a couple $100 off of your hours of waiting in line versus making thousands. Get them, GME, get them all. My daughter deserves to be able to enjoy the game without us having to shift our entire family schedule to make it in time before scalpers buy all products from all stores in the city. Random GameStop W. All the good comments were buried, bro. All the good comments were buried. Or GameStop should work with Pokemon to make special packs only allowed for 14 and under with better cards. That's a weird idea, but kind of interesting. Goated GameStop. Shit like this is why I'm glad I play this card game online instead of IRL today. I used to play this IRL a lot, way before scalping became an issue. Get them, GameStop. Don't stop. Don't stop. W intern. Your employees just backdoor anyway. Does anyone have any proof of that? I see that comment a lot, but no proof. No proof. I approve this content. How many stores will you be closing in 2025? I hope more. All the unprofitable ones. I hope all the unprofitable stores get closed. Ah, man. I can't wait. I can't, bro. Greatest investment ever, bro. Oh, man. Oh, man. I hope they do another bond offering. I hope they do another bond offering and drop the stock to 20 again. Oh, bro. I hope they do another. You know, I hope they do an at the money. I hope they really piss people off and do an at the money, bro. I hope they do a fucking at the money, bro. Oh, man. This is awesome. I mean, cards are profitable at the moment. Anybody can say an investment or stock can go down. Doesn't take an experienced trader or investor to figure that out. Yeah. Anybody, you know, everyone's a genius in a bull market, except bears, I guess. Bears are only smart when in very small scenarios. Usually bulls always win. You know, bulls consistently win in the long run. Let's see. I mean, historically. And, you know, when you're looking at certain investments, you know, obviously there's some investments that are bad, but it's because the business is bad. Anybody trading or flipping cards right now is making a smart choice, depending on how they actually go about it. I ain't gonna hate on anyone in the business. If I could, I would. Maybe. There's a lot of money being made. But how many people are just sitting on product as well? Probably a lot. And what's going to happen when they can't move it anymore? That's where it gets interesting. But I think the people who are investing in it, as people who invest in the stock market or just invest, you know, I'm not bullish on crypto, really. I don't really like crypto. Well, I mean, I just don't like crypto. Doesn't mean I'm not bullish on it. I think crypto will probably continue to go up. Well, I'm talking about Bitcoin, obviously, when I say crypto. But I think anyone investing for the long term will be a winner. But anyone who's trying to make short-term flips, anyone who's, you know, taking tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands in debt to buy cards, you know, the second they can't get rid of that product, they're fucked. The moment all these people, it's the same with the stock market and crypto. People who fucking use margin on the stock market and crypto, when it stops going up, they're fucked. I don't think it has anything to do with your average person who's just buying it. I think it has more to do with the people who are going in debt for it. Let's see. Players, collectors, kids play, adults invest. Key to keeping the card business active and relevant. How much GME's revenues? Pokemon? I have no clue. Like, I think a lot of people want Pokemon to go down in value. And I think that's potentially the reason why it never will. But there will be a moment in time where it stops going straight up. You know, whether, like I said, whether that's 3 to 5 years from now, who knows? Like, who knows? Let's say, no way, this is so funny. PS, Target's limits are better than yours. The post's not about Target, but okay. Excuse me. Tell that to my local GameStops that let customers buy 4 ETBs and 2 booster boxes at the same time. I don't think they do that. Unless there's multiple people with you. Clock him GameStop. Y'all sell over MSRP. No room to talk. Y'all offered me $1 for an Xbox once. What? The worst company I know is taking the moral high ground. Oh, GameStop's the best company. You're just an idiot. You're just an idiot. If you think GameStop's a terrible company, man, you're just clueless. You don't know how business works. Hey, I was not expecting GameStop to do a marketing via engagement farm. Easy marketing. Easy advertisement, baby. Your employees take all the packs for themselves. That hand doesn't look... What? Jesus Christ. Scalpers War. I can't believe I'm saying this, but GameStop, keep up the good work. Accurate. What say you, Walmart? GameStop's cooking. Except on power packs? I don't know what he means by that. Get him. Yo, this is wild. W GameStop. Lunar V catching strays from Gme. W GameStop. Thanks for reporting the imposter. Whoa, they have, bro, they buried all like the positive comments, bro. That's crazy, bro. They literally buried all the positive comments. You might want to sit this one out. No, appreciate you. If you ain't first, you're last. Pay to win, get good. Disgusting. Jobless activities. Didn't y'all dump a bunch of GME on shareholders? No, they dumped a bunch of GME on fucking losers who trade options and think they're professional traders. Anyone who's an actual real investor in GameStop is so happy that they did these at the monies and these corporate bonds, and at least I am, you know, as someone who is an advocate for GameStop and a large GameStop investor. I fucking love that they just dilute the shit out of the shares and raise a bunch of money. I love that traders don't get a win, you know? Like, that's... If traders aren't winning, that means I am. On God. If traders aren't winning, that means I'm winning. Let's see, you need even stricter purchase limits. The first 6 people in line bought up everything besides the booster packs. That's not GameStop's fault, bro. Got 'em, catch 'em all. This is utterly laughable coming from you. I refuse to shop at Walmart. Greed and not thinking of their customers is so trashy. GameStop is the way for me and my kiddos. Talk yo talk, GameStop. We should cane the scalpers. Stay in your lane. You also charge over retail. I don't think that's the point. Anyone can say this, but you guys... Shots. Think any retailers actively trying to get exclusive rights to sell Pokemon from Nintendo? Probably not. I don't think Nintendo would allow that. Well, you know, I don't see that happening. That would be... I think that's illegal, actually. I don't know... I don't know what it's called, but I think that would be illegal. Let's see. Holy wow, GameStop actually calling out scalpers is insane. Truly made me double take. For anyone upset over the code issue, if you were at a store where this took place and you saw someone getting several codes, then take a picture of the store and manager on duty. Email GameStop on their actual site with the photos. Some may tell you otherwise, namely those with GME in their bios, but getting attention to that store location and team will help on future ones. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think if people actually had physical proof of their claims, you know, that's kind of correct. Well, we're waiting. Fucking Caddyshack, bro. Welcome to Walmart. Shut up, you bitch ass. Shut your bitch ass up. You literally charge over market. Your employees backdoor the fuck out of inventory. Retards. Purchase limits actually help with people with teams of people who are ready at any moment to bring 5, 10, sometimes more people. Limits don't stop anything. Okay. Scalpers are the scum of the earth. Consume. Don't worry, just watch scalpers bring their friends to take up the whole stock. This is insane. Shots fired. I mean, let's be real. Do you think scalpers actually have friends? Let's be real. Do you think scalpers actually have friends? I don't know. That's very debatable. Very debatable. This is insane. Shots fired. Man, you think Walmart workers would care even if that was a thing? Probably not. None of the stores near me had anything left after work today. Not even the codes for Scarlet Violet. What a joke. No shit. You gotta go stand in line like everyone else. Larry VC, to add to your post about worth ethic versus hustle, this is clear example of hustling. Let's see. A, y'all ain't no better because why y'all have... Hey, y'all ain't no better because why y'all only have 50 shiny codes per store like there aren't not millions of Pokemon fans out there. The fact I had to work all day and wasn't able to go into GameStop when I got out to get one is egregious, and y'all in Pokemon need to be ashamed. Good lord, bro. My brain hurts. My fucking brain hurts. You just earned my follow, except y'all apparently ran out of every Pokemon event code in my area. Maybe try and fix that. Bro! My faith is 0. There's a GameStop by me that opens all the packs and sells each card for $1. What? Oh boy, get more supply. Unfortunately, the branding division of Pokemon loves this. Scarcity is scientifically proven to increase brand perception equity. I could agree with that. Look at me. We are the scalpers now. Exactly. You get it? You get it? You get it, boy? This is why we have purchase limits, acting like you guys aren't just as greedy when you put pre-orders / products behind your $3,000 per year Onyx membership. What? And the GameStop employees taking products before they're even available to regular customers. You know what's funny? I'm pretty sure GameStop sold the Magic the Gathering boxes cheaper than anyone else. Let's actually look on eBay right now. I'm pretty sure GameStop sold Magic of the Gathering, the Spider-Mans, cheaper than every single other person offering Spider-Man. They sold it for like $500. Less than $500. People are only complaining about Pokemon because nobody, like, I think Magic is kind of overlooked. People only care about Pokemon because they're making money from it. Literally. It's the only reason they care. Nobody gives a fuck about Pokemon, man. Actually. Thank you, GameStop. Let's see. Granted, our GameStop let one person buy 2 booster boxes, 2 ETBs, and 10 sleeve packs, and 2 mini tins, so, like, that's way more. You losers, stop carrying Dragon Ball cards in my area. Go away. Good lord. Good lord. How long have we been... Bro, we've been reading this for an hour? Good lord. They don't care, just turning profits. Read the room. Stop talking shit. That's not much product. What? That was a lot of product. That was like a couple grand worth of product, probably. It's fucking bullshit. I stopped going to look after work. Why bother? Fuck them. I want some for my kids to open, enjoy, but there's never any available. The kid behind him. There's no way you're responding to this with that. For a person who's actually opened all the product, clowns have limits at higher than MSRP. Chat. 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 I need, like, I might need, like, mental help after this stream. Straight up. Like, I might need mental help after this stream. Like, I don't think I'll ever be able to look at a person who likes Pokemon, you know, quote, likes Pokemon ever again. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to look at them the same after reading this. I don't know if I'll be able to look at them the same, bro. This is actually making me lose. This is why I don't read Twitter, bro. This is why I hate Twitter. This is why I hate social media in general. Because it actually makes me hate people. Like, this is why I don't do it, bro. Like, it literally makes me hate people. Because I know this is, like, what your average person thinks in their mind. And it's just crazy, man. It just makes me not like people, bro. Alright, Pokemon could get rid of this if they just increase their printing by 3 to 4 times. Don't you think if they could do that, they'd be doing it? Grown adults fighting over cards at that. It's both hilarious and terrifying. Bro is doing this, still whip the Ford Focus. I like how people are roasting his car. Like, that's funny. People like that ruin games for kids. Speculation collecting is possibly the most pathetic thing a grown adult can do. GameStop dropping the shiny Pokemon codes the same damn day. Knowing scalpers are going to be at the register is adding fuel to the fire. Imbeciles. I really doubt GameStop knew a bunch of people were going to go sell those codes. Maybe they did, but I don't know. I don't know about that. GameSlop is lay epic. Aren't those codes just for Pokemon Go as well? Pretty sure those are for Pokemon Go. Alright. Ooh. It's because sneakerheads stopped buying and selling sneakers, and they all invested into Pokemon cards and upped the prices in resale to double their profits. Just buy single cards from trade shows or from TCG, and make the resellers get stuck holding old product. That is a very good point. That is a very... Wow. That might actually be the best comment we've read. That is such a good point. That is such a good point, bro. If people just bought the single cards, you know, bought graded cards, all these people with sealed product would be fucked. That is... Bro, that is... That's interesting. Wow, we actually read something smart from Twitter? No. We just read something intelligent from Twitter? That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what? This guy gets a W comment. That guy gets a W comment right there. That guy gets a W comment. That's got to be the best comment we've read so far. That's actually very intelligent. This is true. The sneaker guys are the ones to blame. Yeah, and crypto, stock people, crypto people. So much money has been made the past couple years. And, a bunch of money was made from 2020, of course. But I would argue anyone, not anyone, but I would argue a majority of people who made a bunch of money in 2020, they probably lost it all in 2022 to 23. Potentially, not the people who got like crazy, crazy rich and actually took profits, but I would say a majority of people who made money in 2020, 2021, they probably lost it all in 2022, 23, but there's been a lot of money made the past couple years as well. Let's see. Hey man, I need a code for Cordon Meridian Shiny, but I don't want to drive 30 minutes to grab a sheet of paper. Can y'all just DM me one or something? What? Completely out in every store around me because of scalpers, you lie. Wait, what? How do people think this is GameStop's fault, bro? Like, that's crazy, bro. Do we have you guys or Pokemon to blame for the lack of shiny Miraidon codes that are now being scalped? Probably Pokemon, because Pokemon probably prints them. It's probably not GameStop, considering it's a Pokemon fucking product. What a dumb thing to say. Do you know how much y'all scam me and my boys back in the days? Stop. They didn't scam you. Why did you... Why did you sell anything to GameStop if you thought it was a scam? If you don't like the offer GameStop was offering you, why the fuck did you give... Man. When you can stop forcing pro memberships down people's throat for every purchase, then you can say something. Till then, sit over there and hope you don't get shut down. Why would they get shut down? Because they're the best business in the fucking world? I don't think they're going to get shut down for being the best business in the world. Obviously, not the world, but best retail business in the world. How about that? I showed up 3 hours early and was 8th in line at my GameStop. Got nothing because some dude started paying people and their kids to buy stuff for him. I don't think there's any getting around that. That's wild. Not a single kid in sight. Maybe they're at school. I don't know. Just a thought. That's a good point. That's a good point. GameStop, maybe try selling at retail too. Walmart, Target, and all other big box retailers sell at MSRP, not 30 to 50% over retail. Bro, that comment actually bugs me because it just shows how fucking clueless people are to business. Like, the fact that GameStop can take advantage of the current environment of Pokemon is so fucking sick. But, if you're clueless about business, you don't understand business, of course you think that's a problem. Your stores were giving away free product to scalpers all day. This post is very tone deaf. No, they were giving free product to people who spent money and are pro members. I'm pretty sure you had to be a pro member to get that code. I'm not actually sure. Can we double check that? I don't want to lose my spot. We're in too deep at this point. I don't want to lose my spot. 'Cause I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep. Maybe you didn't need to be a pro member for that. They should have made it so you had to be a pro member to get the promo card, but I'd imagine anyone going to GameStop is probably a pro member. Or they should have made the purchase limit. I don't know. That one's a weird one. Let's see. Why there no outrage like this when mortgage rates go up after a rate cut? Mortgage rates have been going down. I don't know what you mean by that. Someone making money off supply and demand. I'm mad. I'm mad. It's scalpers making that comment because they're not, GameStop is killing their profit margin. The only people who are making that comment are scalpers. Because instead of making double, they only make like 20-30%. Let's see. What about Cordon Meridon code cards that you gave out to all the people that camped out in line all night so nobody else could get one throughout the day? The no-life campers that you support that likely are trying to flip the cards for profit. I really don't think GameStop probably... I don't think anyone expected people to sell those fucking codes. He's going to be selling them on eBay. Can't wait for the whole bubble to blow up and people holding huge amounts of these will be left with nothing and wishing they never bought. W comment. W comment right there. Girl, the call is coming from inside the house. I don't know what that means. Wrong, it means your price points were off. I don't know about that. What about limits for shiny Cordon Meridon code? My local store was dry by 11:30 a.m. Would be interested to know if any of those codes are posted for sale since the store told me they don't know when or if they're getting restocked. Bro. If you wanted the fucking code, go stand in line. Idiots, man. Now I'm worried these dumb scalpers will make my niche scalping harder. I mean, what if it's not even scalpers? I mean, I'm sure part of it is, but what if it's just people just sitting on boxes because they think it's an investment? Then that comment we read above is very interesting. When people stop caring about buying sealed product and they just start buying the cards that they want. That's actually a very, like, that comment was very, an interesting perspective, I'll say. A very interesting perspective. Like, will that market, will that ever shift like that, where people get tired of the gamble and get tired of the sealed product, and they're just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy the card I want at the grade I want. I'm not gonna buy fucking sealed product from these idiots anymore. Let's see. You know, that'll be interesting if that market shift ever happens. Agreed, there should be a limit on how much you can get. Everyone deserves a chance to get some cards. Even if you're not looking for anything special, it shouldn't just be for one person alone who plans to resell them later. Yep. I agree. At least Walmart had stock. My GameStop had 2 ETBs today, a major Pokemon release, and you let one person get everything. Do better. You'd think a multi-billion-dollar corporation would take a good look in the mirror before pointing fingers. If your GameStop only had 2 ETBs, there's probably a reason for that. Do you understand? People do not understand the world, I don't think. I don't think people understand the world. They base their emotion. They just base everything off emotion and how they feel. Like, I don't think people actually understand the world, bro. My unc tells me stories about scalping concert tickets back in the day. He says some company will emerge and control sales. Just like what happened with ticket sales for concerts. It used to be a hustle. Especially before the internet. Interesting. Interesting. I just don't know if Pokemon would do that, you know? There's so many individual distributors, you know, there's Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, Amazon, GameStop. Like, there's so many corporations. Like, I don't think they would just be like, we're only selling to GameStop. I just don't see that happening. But if that ever happens, fuck, feels good to be a GameStop investor. Because you know GameStop's going to be the choice. It's going to be GameStop. 100%. Like, if that's a reality, it's going to be GameStop. Let's see. Except that your stores weren't giving away the free shiny codes, instead charging purchase minimums, but handing them out to anyone who purchased Mega Evo. No requirement to show they own the game in Pokemon Home. God, I fucking hate this. I shouldn't even have done this. This is just like, this is brain rot. This is literal brain rot reading these comments. I'm going to read the article real quick because I need like a fresh thing to read. Like, I can't sit and read these comments. So we're going to read the article real quick. Pokemon fans roast GameStop after it calls out Walmart over TCG Scalpers. GameStop's attempt to criticize Walmart over Pokemon card scalpers is backfired, as fans quickly turn to the spotlight on the retailer's own trading card practices. The official GameStop X account, quote, retweeted a post showing someone hauling off a large number of Pokemon Mega Evolution booster packs and tins. Nothing says family fun like watching a scalper walk out with a cart full of booster packs. While kids stare at bare shelves, company wrote, "This is why we have purchase limits. Walmart should do the same." While the jab at Walmart gained traction, the replies under GameStop's post were filled with criticism. Fans accused the company of overcharging for cards, letting exclusive promos slip to resellers, and enforcing restrictive limits that still leave families empty-handed. One user wrote, we already read all these. Let's see. Backlash turned into a pile-on, with comments resurfacing frustrations about GameStop's trade-in values and inconsistent supply of Pokemon products. Mega Evolution set released on September 26, 2025, introducing over 180 new cards and debuting the ultra-rare Mega Hyper-Rare rarity. At the top of collectors' chase lists are the Mega Hyper-Rare versions of Mega Lucario EX and Mega Gardevoir EX, which is significantly scarcer than the hyper rares of past expansions. With their gilded finish, unique artwork, and extreme rarity, these cards are expected to command some of the highest prices in the set. Has the hatred towards scalpers always been there? I don't know what you're asking. I don't know what you're asking. If you do you think I hate scalpers? I think it's a weird way to make money, personally, but I don't give a shit how people make money, you know? You do you, bro. The world's difficult. If you make your money scalping Pokemon, good for you, but I wouldn't do it. Well, I would never say I wouldn't do it, because I have bought and sold Pokemon, like, so I can't say I wouldn't do it, but I would never make it my job to go to a fucking retail store, stand in line, buy fucking boxes of Pokemon, and then go resell them on the internet. Like, I would never do that. That's pretty ridiculous. But if that's what you want to do, if that's how you make your money, you know, God bless you, bro. I hope it works out. But with the outrage from poor distribution from outlets, it could affect how the consumer looks at the product and ruin the brand image through no fault of their own. Could be a reality, you never know. That's an interesting point, but you know, the only reason scalpers are able to get away with this is because people want the cards. Whether it be for gambling, collecting, investing, whatever it may be. But, you know, that's a good point. I mean, you never know, you know. This is just a moment in time, bro. This is just a moment in time. You know, a couple years from now, who knows where it'll be at. But GameStop will still be around. GameStop will still be making massive profit. GameStop will still be crushing. So, you know, as long as you're a GameStop investor, like, who cares? You know, they're taking advantage. Like, as a GameStop investor, you should be, like, so proud that this business is taking advantage of the current market environment, and that they're willing to take advantage of market environments. That's, you know, that's all I would say. If you're a GameStop investor, you should be so fucking happy. If you're a Pokemon person, you know, obviously there's a lot of fucking anger in Pokemon. Like, I don't even get how people, like, have fun doing this, because there's just so much anger and frustration in this hobby. Like, I could I wouldn't have fun. I wouldn't have fun if I liked this hobby. Like, it doesn't even seem fun. Just seems like just seems weird. Just seems weird. Like, unless you're actually playing the game, you know? Actually playing the game, I'd imagine that's pretty fun. Opening the packs. You know, opening the packs is just gambling, so of course people find that fun. But the community and shit, I don't even know. Let's see. Like, the Pokemon community might be worse than the GameStop community, and the GameStop community's terrible. So, like, straight up. Let's see, last time I went to GameStop for Pokemon cards, there was a grown man who asked to see their earliest shipment date for the next cards and have them held. What? That's pathetic, considering it took your business years to finally establish limits, and you couldn't even enforce it for the code cards that came out today. You're just as bad, if not worse. Bro, the only reason they had to establish limits because of the current economic environment, or the current fucking Pokemon market. I'm losing my mind. I'm actually, like, I can feel my brain cells dying. The more comments we read, my brain cells are dying, bro. They're actually dying. Getting fried by GameStop. At least her card is full. If you gave a fuck about scalping, you would have released the shiny codes the same day as a TCG set. I mean, that's kind of a good point, but all the product's going to be gone anyway. Says the company that scalps Pokemon cards, says the company that only gave each store 50 Muradon code cards that are currently being scalped online for $40. That comment is annoying because that just shows you how degenerate Pokemon people are. It doesn't has nothing to do with GameStop. Like straight up. That comment actually bugs me because you're so blind to how degenerate these Pokemon people are and you think it's GameStop's fault. Or maybe it's not even how degenerate it is, because I'm pretty sure those code cards are for Pokemon Go. That should show you how much people love fucking Pokemon, that they're willing to get or buy a fucking card that they got for free for $40. And also, you know, those could be fake purchases and stuff like that. Maybe people didn't actually buy those cards and people are just trying to use it to make dumb comments for clicks. Like, I don't know. Yet your corporation chose to not sell booster bundles today and move them a week later, then have the audacity to price them at $40 and still allow 2 purchase limit for low SKU items like booster boxes. But yes, you guys are the heroes. What? What? Bro, you're a scalper too. I didn't even go stand in your line. Fuck those prices when I can go to Best Buy or Target and get it for cheaper. Okay. Okay. Good luck getting that product, buddy. Good luck getting that product. Yeah, like the scalpers that are selling the Murdon. You might want to check eBay for scalpers with distribution cards. Y'all barely have any at your stores, and scalpers have run rampant with them. You and Pokemon should known better to do this with a TCG set release. What a joke. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do this. Like, this is actually like just fucking insane, dude. Like, it's actually insane how dumb people are. None of your stores had enough Scarlet Violet codes because the scalpers, who also cleared your shelves of Pokemon TCG, were given them so they can try to sell them for eBay $50. But hey, y'all hit a sales goal despite purchase limits today, so GG, I guess. You know what? I'm going to find out if this is bullshit or not. What is it called? Pokemon Scarlet serial code? Is that what it is? Oh, 320 bucks. 328 sold. 20 bucks. Not 50. Well, I mean, it looks like, but those are like, bro, these accounts are small. These aren't even, I don't even think these are real. I don't even think these are real purchases. There's not one account that has even over 1,000 fucking feedback. I don't even know if these are real. What the fuck, dude? It's amazing margins on cards is another reason that GameStop is easily the best value in the stock market, below 50 per share. With realistic 5-year trajectory, could easily be worth 90 per share. Maybe. You know, I don't know the future, but I agree, bro. They're crushing on the margin. That is a good point though. They are absolutely crushing on the margin of these cards. You know, I don't know the future price of the stock or anything like that. Nobody does. You know, I don't think that's very relevant, but you made a good point about the margins they're making on the cards. I haven't really thought about that. So, good point on that. But to say where the price of the stock's going to go, nobody really knows. The stock could, you know, if GameStop's only at 90 bucks in 5 years, that's kind of disappointing for me personally, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. GameStop also need to watch their lines so scalpers aren't letting people jump in with them to buy things out, which is what happened yesterday at my local store. Also, all the scalpers got the promo cards yesterday and shiny codes. Well, why don't you open your mouth, grow some fucking balls, and go stand in front of those people that jumped in line? You ever thought about that? You know, you ever thought your name's Emmanuel Woodcock? Oh, woodcook. I thought it was woodcock. I was like, how about you grow a woodcock? People who complain about that, that's their own problem. If you're not willing to fucking talk some shit and get those people out of the line, I feel like that's your problem. You know, if those people like punch you or something, they're going to jail. if those people attack you or do anything to you, if they lay a finger on you, they are going to jail. So, I don't know. I feel like that's a personal problem if you're not willing to jump in front of the people who are jumping in front of you. I think that's a personal problem. Like, what you gonna get punched? Oh, then that person goes to jail for Pokemon. Let's see. Walmart carries Pokemon cards? Question mark. That's a funny comment. I appreciate the limits, but I think super rare things like ETB should be 1 per, especially when there are only 6 or 8 of them per store. See that? That's a fair comment. You know, that's a fair comment. It should be based off of how much product they have at the store. So I agree with that. Like the one time I did stand in line for Pokemon, they did have that 2 purchase limit. And, you know, I wasn't able to get a box for that. If they would have had 1 purchase, I would have got a box. So, you know, I can't agree with that because that time I went, they literally only had like 8 boxes. But at the same time, like, just buy the fucking card you want. I think that comment we read earlier where, you know, you just buy the card you want. I think that's the most relevant comment I've read so far is like, stop feeding the fucking scalpers. You know? If everyone just bought the cards they wanted and didn't gamble on fucking boxes, this wouldn't be an issue. But the fact people are gambling addicts and they want to gamble on fucking sealed boxes, or they think it's like an investment, you know, it's never going to change. Never going to change. As long as people are addicted to gambling on Pokemon boxes. I meant fundamentally of 80 per share in cash equivalents, that'd be the absolute floor even in a crash. They're not there yet, but that's present trajectory, not considerate. That's fair. That's fair. Stop blowing up my single game, bro. Oh yeah, I'm sure the 11 people here who don't even invest in Pokemon are gonna blow up your game. And honestly, if you're making a bag doing that, it's only a matter of time before the market catches on. You know, if you're actually making a bag doing that, it's only a matter of time. Let's see. I went to get a shining code at GameStop earlier yesterday. I'm 90% sure the staff gave them to a scalper that walked out with a shipping box. That guy actually came back into GameStop and saw how sad I was when they said they were out. Ended up giving us some bad store for real. What? I don't even think that's real. This is literally the plot of Jingle All the Way. Wait, what? Jingle All the Way? This is Jingle. What is Jingle All the Way? Gamble in Windover, not Pokemon. Just don't gamble. Just invest. Just invest. Actually make money. Like, gambling's fucking dumb, bro. On God. Gambling is stupid. You guys sell over MSRP, and most of your managers' employees take half the stock and end up in secondary markets. That's why I shoved my nephew to get him some before opening, standing in line and watch 12 grown men walk out with 2 trainer boxes, a piece wiping out the 24 they had, 1 per customer the first day, regardless of membership. Walmart does have sale limits and way more product and cheaper, which is why the lines are longer at Walmart. I don't think Walmart has sales limits, but you haven't seen that movie? I don't know. If I'd have, it's a long time ago. Instead, you can go to GameStop and camp out overnight because there's no way you're walking in an hour after open, or heaven forbid after work and actually getting anything. My Walmart actually has this policy as well. Nothing says corporate greed like charging above big box stores and rolling out ridiculous shiny legendary event on the day that 4 TCGs dropped a significant set. Yeah, but nobody's talking about Magic. Nobody's talking about how GameStop sold Magic the Gathering for under $100 is what it's selling on eBay, but everyone's complaining about Pokemon and that they're overcharging for Pokemon. Fucking idiots, dude. People are actually fucking stupid. Come from people selling at market price and not retail price. Way to say, is GameStop actually based? I'm going to have a think about you guys. Also, GameStop, here's $8 for your game you bought for $80 2 weeks ago. What? This y'all's store on a Friday morning? Yeah. Oh, man. Nothing says family fun like paying over market on a product. Oh, wait. Y'all are ones to talk. The shiny and Corridon Murder cards are being scalped and sold on eBay for $30. Why can't I look up my in-store pre-orders using my .com account? Why did y'all lose my Ghost of Yodi pre-order? Bro, I legitimately don't know if I can keep reading these. And yet you let scalpers just this week walk out with every Pokemon shiny distribution code card, leaving none for the people who actually want it. Offer me more than 50 cents for 20 games and store credit for a whole console, then we'll talk. This is why I can't get my son Pokemon cards from the stores. Mega base GameStop take. Now give us more than $5 for 1,000 worth of trade-ins we bring in. Oh, shit. My brain hurts. My brain hurts, dude. The value of anything is always determined by what people will pay. It's a good point. It's a good point, but Pokemon has value because of the cards that are in it. You know, if there's a card in it there that's like worth a couple grand, or as a PSA 10 or 9, it's worth, 5-10 grand. The value is based off that one single card. It's not necessarily based off anything else. Like if single cards weren't worth so much and they weren't so rare, people wouldn't pay as much as they do for Pokemon. But yeah, good point, good point. Oh, man. GameStop will mark your gift card as deactivated and not let you use it. Walmart gift cards work forever. GameStop should do the same. I don't know if that's real or not. Honestly, I haven't seen one person born after 2005 buy anything Pokemon related. Let them cook. They probably sell them all back to you for a grand total of $3.27 of $5 in store credit. Definitely should have been a 1 per limit for the new set today and do 2 if it's a restock. Yeah. But I mean, they're just taking advantage of the pro membership. That's all. They're just taking advantage of the market. Like, that's... Are people like... I mean, maybe... I don't know. I guess people just don't see GameStop in the same light as I do. Maybe I'm biased because I have thousands of shares. But, like... if you're going to complain... Why don't you invest in, like... big brain here. Why don't you just invest in GameStop? If I got the money for it, I'm going to purchase it. Don't set a limit on first come, first serve items. What? Walmart has theirs locked behind glass cases, or at least my store does. Focus release days on the weekend. They used to until clankers took over and NPCs just watch the registers now. What? They should run background checks on adults buying Pokemon cards. Think how many red dots they'd find. Jesus Christ, bro. This was purchased at GameStop. Thank you. Me and my son are constantly having to scour Las Vegas to find packs anywhere. Please add more packs to the shelves, though. I'm on the other side of the Atlantic and haven't been able to buy cards anywhere for ages. It's getting ridiculous. Scalping is on the same level as ticket touting. Ah, that's crazy. That's crazy. You literally just mentioned that. That's crazy. You literally just mentioned that, bro. I think because it's a business around hobbies, it's devilish to make money, it seems. I think people, I think it's a kid's game and people want to buy fucking product for their kids so their kids can enjoy the game because it was made for them. I think that's why people think it's so devilish. I don't think it has anything to do with making money or anything like that. If people were making money and, your average person could still get product, it wouldn't be such a big deal. But the fact that, like, nobody can get product for their kids, I think that's the problem. It's literally fucking grown men buying. It doesn't it say on the box made for ages 5 plus or something like that, or like ages 11 and under. Like, doesn't it literally say on the box it's made for kids? Like, I'm pretty sure it does. Let's see. The GameStop by me does do purchase limits. Problems: low inventory and lines starting around 6 a.m. or the day before. If GameStop keeps making bangers like this, we might have another 2021 in the stock market. I don't think a tweet has anything to do with the stock price going up, but whatever. GameStop, I didn't even know y'all were still around, but in this case, I'm happy to see you are. I get this, but y'all been scalping and scamming us for years with trades. Then go sell the fucking shit yourself, buddy. Anyone who complains about their offers they get from GameStop, go sell it yourself. See how hard it is. See how much you make. See how much effort you're gonna put in to do it. And then have that same comment. Rare W tweet from GameStop. It's been almost impossible to get anything in my area for my son. You should enforce 1 customer per card limit on the shiny Cordon Meridian cards. I think those were free. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just 1 per purchase. Let's see. We do at Target 2 per guest, but they buck the system by bringing 5 people. Walmart just wants it gone so they can use the spot for some as seen on TV junk until the next restock. Not a scalper if you plan on opening everything. Nobody does that. Literally nobody does that. There's not. I mean, I'm sure it's a small, minute group of people who actually open the product. Most people are either scalping on it or they're putting it in their fucking closet with all their other sealed shit. Like, nobody's opening it. Which is why y'all going out of business. Oh man, another person who doesn't know anything about business making a comment about business. Crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Imagine making a comment about business when you know nothing about business. Ugh. What a world we live in, bro. Everyone's a genius on Twitter, bro. It's almost like the stock market. Like, it's almost like everyone thinks they're smarter than they actually are. Probably even me. I don't know if it's me though, because I actually think I'm pretty stupid. I'm smart about like the stock market and stuff like that, but I actually think I'm pretty dumb in general. But it's interesting how people who are like actually dumb think they're smart. Like, that's an interesting phenomena. Can't even get a code for the shiny legends. Every store in my area all gone. And the code, so lame. They should put limits on vent tickets as well. Right message, wrong messenger. What? I can't believe I'm collecting silver coins and other men are collecting Pokemon cards. Don't see if there weren't signs. Okay. Log out for the day. I mean, they can. They just got 7 million fucking... They just got 7 million views. They can log out for the day. You're able to stock only a certain amount. This provides artificial purchase limits. Scalpers are happy because they feel like they bought as many as they can. Then you can restock and have happy kids. Maybe. Wait, is it? I feel like... Oh, man. I feel like this is Break Nation right here, bro. just fucking dragging the whole pallet out of Costco. I feel like this is Break Nation right here, bro. He's just getting that whole pallet in his Team Rocket outfit. Where has that guy been anyway? I haven't seen Break Nation in here in like 3 weeks. Must not have rules against an employee holding items in the back for scalpers. Asked what happened at 878 West Eisenhower Parkway. 3 of us bought packs and handed them out to kids in line. One was me, one was a guy named Randy, and I can't remember the name. They got 1 each, I got 2, gave them out, nothing in return. Well, good for you, bro. Congratulations. That's awesome. If this post is actually real, that's dope. But how many of you actually think that's a real post? Debatable. Debatable. The worst person you know just made a great point. Oh, man. I know I'm dumb. I stubbed my toe yesterday and wonder why I was feeling pain in that toe hours later. Did Break get mad or something? I don't think so. He's probably just busy. Who knows? Who knows, bro? People like the internet's a weird place, bro. Do you remember, when Small Fry was coming in every Friday to donate $20 and then he's just magically gone? Like, the internet's a weird place. And streaming's a weird thing in general because, like, people just leave, man. People just, like, I say something they don't like. Maybe they just don't like what I'm talking about in general. Maybe they're busy. Like, there's so many factors when it comes to streaming. So who knows? Like, I think Kristen's the perfect example, She was always here. And then, whether something's going on in her life, maybe I said something she doesn't like, maybe she just doesn't like how I act in general, like, streaming's just a weird thing, bro. Like, people come and go all the time. All my friends and I was 1 to 3, could have took all the booster boxes, but didn't. A young kid and his dad was there all night with us. So while they fell asleep, we talked and said, let's make sure we all get one and make his day. Just a nice story. At GameStop help, where's our promo? Simply he can and the parents can't. Goats at Costco do that too. Or they could just make enough cars to meet demand. The scarcity is by design. Address the issues. My location wasn't allocated any promos, enforced 0 limits. I got 3 packs from a local store, got 2 pulls, I was happy. Walmart here didn't even put any out, but I did grab 4 collector packs of Spidey. Probably why he's Break Nation. He needs a break. Yeah, who knows, man. It's just streaming, man. Streaming's weird. One minute people love you and you're their friend. The next minute you say something they don't like, or something happens in their life and then they just forget about you. Or maybe they don't forget about you, but they just don't have the time for you anymore. Whatever it may be. Like, streaming's just a weird thing. It's just a constant cycle of people coming in and out. Really. And then the people who actually enjoy the content and they stick around. But I feel like especially as a small streamer, it's just not as there's just not as many people who are willing to stick around. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. GameStop standing on business. Still a 1% chance they'll open all of it themselves. Yep. We love you, GameStop. Can you sell Ace carts at GameStop? Sell pre-rolls too? What? Japan does it. Why can't everyone else do it? I wonder why GameStop doesn't sell Japanese cards. I never thought about that. I wonder why they don't sell Japanese cards. Rare W. GameStop with the shade. You guys never have cards when I come in anyway. What if they're going to rip it all? All those tins and packs will be left in the parking lot too. It's a bit rough. Talk that talk, GameStop. The GameStop I grew up loving. By the way, do you even play? Based GameStop. Irony of this post considering your Pokemon event today, Big Dog. GME to the moon. GameStop speaks. Walmart does. Tone deaf. GameStop been gouging customers since being founded. Everyone should do the same. Scalpers got me agreeing with GameStop. Kettle meat pot. Y'all have no room to talk, clown. Be quiet. Oh my god, not Lunar. Preach Weemon. Then sell at MSRP. I don't think we're going to get any good comments at this point. I think it's going to be all trash comments now. I think we got through all the... yeah. Bro thinks he's on the team. Yeah, you set purchase limits on the 7 items you have in stock. What a joke. Tell him, GameStop. Purchase limits, you say. Great message, wrong messenger. You've been scamming your own customers for decades. I haven't never been scammed by GameStop, so I don't know what they're talking about. Have one, let's see. You're talking about scalpers, but you scam people. The fuck you mean? I just robbed them for aiding and abetting. Adults doing this is so lame and corny. Shots fired. Purchase limits, you say. Nothing says family fun like charging full price for used games and giving store credit worth 3%. What? Respectfully, shut the fuck up. Y'all close locations up left and right, and these locations always had issues with managers. Never getting any of the Pokemon promo products. Well, you live... Yeah, if they had problems with managers, that's probably why they closed the store. Jesus. We're back to stupidity. We're back to stupidity. Welcome back. We're back. Oh, Lord, help me. Lordy Jesus. I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this for. It's almost been 2 hours. It's almost been 2 hours. That's a solid weekend stream. Well, welcome back, Break Nation, back when if he chooses. Yeah, we'll see him again, I'm sure. Everyone comes back to say what's up every now and then. I mean, we even saw Nessa Darps the other day. I haven't seen Nessa Darps in the chat in months. So, you know, people will come back and say what's up. Big plans for the day? Nah, this is my big plans right here. I'm just gonna end the stream and watch videos probably. I'm gonna finish the Theo Von Sam Altman podcast. It's kind of an interesting one. Man, if you want to read some stupidity, go read the comments on that video. Good lord. Like, I hate AI. I absolutely hate AI. But the comments on that video? Oh, man. It's worse than this. It's basically the same comments over and over again, too, which is crazy. You support unemployed losers camping out in line. You don't give a shit. Games are for $6 and you sold for $30 by you. Stop talking. You assholes raise prices and your employees keep things for themselves. Shut up. Check Theo Von later. Cool. It's a older podcast. I think it was like a month or two old. I never even knew Sam Altman went on that, but it's kind of interesting. I wouldn't say it's like the best podcast. I've just never heard Sam Altman be in a podcast. Like I've never heard him talk. So it's just kind of interesting. But I also haven't finished it, you know? Maybe there's more interesting stuff. You are the scalpers. GameStop W. GameStop's cooking. Walmart good. See. Very well said. Game is game. Wounded Knee, Scalper. Let's see. Those, they need to learn how to... They would be better buying cards off the kids after they purchased them. Scalp them for a decent price. Kid would be stoked. The scalper can go and take the gems. Nobody does this shit when the economy... Wait. Nobody does this shit when the economy is doing great and wages are on par with cost of living. I don't think this guy understands how the economy works. the only reason people are able to buy Pokemon is because the economy is pretty good. Oh man. I'm not a virgin loser. Can someone explain what's happening? That's an awesome comment. That's a great comment. I think I'll read a few more, but I'm about to get out of here. I can't keep reading this, bro. Like I'm actually losing it, bro. I can't keep reading these. You guys are scalpers. I sat in line after hunting other stores because I figured, hey, at least I can get a few sleeves for $5, which is over 10% more than MSRP. What? Sleeves are $5. Get to the front of the line, says sleeves are $7. That's scalping worse than a scalper. Scalper paid $4.5 to sell for $7. Ugh. What is this world we live in? These gotta be bots. Oh, we're at the end anyway, thank God. Thank God. Bro, we read 1,000 comments? No. We read 2,000 comments? There's no fucking way we just read 2,000 comments. There is actually no way we just read 2,000 comments. Thank you, GameStop. You're a real one for this. GameStop, the king of lowballing and high resale prices. Stop worrying about Pokemon cards and figure out why year-over-year sales are still tanking. I think anyone with a brain and and they know how to analyze a balance sheet knows why GameStop's year-over-year sales are tanking. If you had a brain, you would see that they were making profit while their year-over-year sales were going down, and maybe like you'd actually have you'd be intelligent and I don't know, crazy. Pokemon is gay. Best comment. That's a good comment. That's a good comment, bro. Pokemon is fucking gay. I mean, I love Pokemon, but that's a hilarious comment. Pokemon is fucking gay. Holy shit, that's an awesome comment, bro. That's an awesome comment. All right, we'll read the rest of them. There's not that many left. So we'll read the rest of them. These ones are all the spam ones. Let's see. Can you add front of the line for GameStop Pro members? It is very slow. Need to upgrade security and checkout. People, thanks. When you see GameStop getting robbed, but you remember they gave you $3 for 20 games. Don't you buy PS5s for $1.25? What? GameStop kind of cooking if they could just implement it in their stores better. You sell above MSRP and you're giving grief to someone opening packs. Not a good look. We used to hunt for our food. Before pointing out to Walmart, look at yourself. You can't even handle your own stores to give a damn shiny Pokemon event. Some store giving the shiny codes to TCG players who don't even play SV or putting the codes behind a price at some stores. I don't think... Whatever. I don't even need to go to Walmart. Good point. You could just buy a fucking power pack. You could just buy a power pack. Really? Because last night a friend told he got hangers and wanted to get some for his son. They said he hit the limit, and if he's 17 or 18, it would be different. Success is the natural outcome of your efforts. I can't put into words how much of your sharing means to me. Thank you. Let's see. Your insights have transformed my life. What the fuck? Do not give up difficult things. Just learn, explore. Same company letting buyers pay them premium subscription to buy twice as much product. Yeah. People don't understand business, bro. We're gonna get like, if you're a GameStop investor, bro, you're gonna make so much money. Like, you know, I don't know the time frame. I don't know like if it's actually gonna happen, but from my perspective, if you're a GameStop investor, you are going to make so much fucking money in your lifetime as long as you don't sell. And even if, you know, even if the stock squeezes and you sell, you might make a bag, but I just got a feeling, bro. You know, I've had the feeling for a while, obviously, but the feeling just gets stronger and stronger as days go by. Kids are not playing card games anymore. Why do you think there's PlayStation and Xbox? What? There's always been PlayStation and Xbox. 26 to get Pokemon Shiny codes. They opened at 10 a.m. here in Cleveland and had 10 people already in line. Got my 2 codes and 1 extra, so 3 codes total. I came back at 1 p.m. so my brother could get 1 code so he could have both, and they were already gone. 40 to 50 bucks on eBay. Yep. That's reality. Welcome to it. You know what reality is? Let's see. I thought this was new. You might as well open packs before selling them. What? Let's see. Your employees suck. Dude cut a 14-year-old boy who was in place to get the last ETB. Your employees checked them out despite majority of the line saying they got cut. Allowed about 6 people to cut in line. I would just work here until I got ignorant. GameStop's hardly any better. Bro, GameStop employees make like fucking $9 an hour. Like, fuck off. Like, literally. Like, literally, fuck off. GameStop employees make $9 an hour. Or like $10 an hour. Like, bruh. What's the actual difference between retailers with supplier wholesalers, covenants, and scalping? Walmart finally doing it, but every time we get cards, everyone and their families buying them. Can't even get some for myself. Said game backdoor, blah blah blah. GameStop standing on business. I still think this is my favorite. Where is it? I still think this is my favorite comment. I still think this might be my favorite comment. Pokemon is fucking gay. That comment made me laugh. So simple, but so effective. Simple, but effective. What a good comment. What a good comment. Can we get that? Ah, we can't. I like this comment the most. That's a funny comment. I mean, I love Pokemon though, so it's like, it's kind of funny because I really like Pokemon. I think it's pretty dope, but it is fucking gay. Let's be real. Let's be real. It is pretty gay. Oh man. Oh man. What a life. What a life we live in. What a world. What a time. What a time to be alive, bro. What a time to be alive. What are you guys doing this weekend? Anyone got anything exciting going on for the weekend? Anyone? Anyone? Anything going on? There's 9 people, bro. There's 9 people here on a weekend. I might have to start streaming during the weekend. I didn't know you guys cared. I wouldn't expect anyone to be here. Usually when I start a stream on the weekend, there's literally nobody here. That's why I don't do it. I might have to start running some weekend streams. I'm just gaming. You went live mid-workout for me. Oh, nice. I just got out of the gym as well. Like when I started going live, I did some back today, which I hate back, but I did it. I ran it up. Got like 3 or 4 sets of, why do I always forget the name of workouts? Lat pull down, and then did like 3 or 4 sets of I think I actually did like 5 sets of rows. It was nice. It was nice. Nothing other than work and chores, my friend. Hey, that's awesome, bro. Make that money, bro. Make that money. You know, chores, yeah. I don't know. You know, work sucks, but you're making money, bro. You're making money. That's a beautiful thing. You gotta change the perspective on it just a little, and then it's not so bad, you know? Like, I love making money. Personally. I love making money. Oh, man. What a world. What a world we live in, bro. Did Larry do a live stream last night? He says, live stream follow-up number 4, my Power Packs diamond poll. Like, did he, when he did a live stream? I don't think he did a live stream. I don't see one. Oh, that's... He already posted that, I thought. Oh, he put it up for sale, I see. I'm like, why is that showing me that? That was confusing. That was confusing. Always thinking positive. Good, bro, good. But I'm out of here, boys. I appreciate you guys always supporting the stream. Thank you. God bless you. The Tesla smited you, boy. Got invited to Top Golf, but it ain't got battery. No! No! Charge that bitch up, bro. Charge that bitch up. Oh, man. Go get that supercharge, you know? Maybe that supercharge will be worth it this time. But I appreciate you guys supporting the stream, for real. God bless you. I hope you have a good weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday. Yeah, just have a good weekend, boys. I appreciate you guys always supporting the stream. Thank you. And God bless. God bless, bro. Oh, you want some Lambo Season, bro? Oh, bro. I've been thinking about that song recently. I've been thinking about that song recently. You want some Lambo Season? Shit, bro. Your wish is my demand. God bless you guys.
Push start, then I go. Man, it's Lambo Season. If you're moving too slow, probably wouldn't ever see me. If I told you about everything that I've been through, probably wouldn't believe me. Bounce back from all that shit and I always make it look easy. Sometimes the money get to the pride, other times money don't make it to your side. Get it, then we spend it like it wasn't ours, cause you can't take it home with you when you die. Live fast, die broke, only you decide. Outside lights off, unsupervised. Bad wings when the doors go suicide. I ain't ever been this high, bloodshot red in my eyes. Please don't fuck up my vibe. Floating through space and time, colors coming out of my mind. I ain't ever been this high. Push start, then I go. Man, it's Lambo Season. If you're moving too slow, probably wouldn't ever see me. If I told you about everything that I've been through, probably wouldn't believe me. Bounce back from all that shit and I always make it look easy. But still wasn't none of this easy. Let me in the cold, they ain't need me. It's funny cause I ended up freezing. The diamonds all recent. Pastor probably think I need Jesus. I just need a new account of regions. Lambo Season. I ain't on my side, I'm anemic. The hard times made me uneasy. Came out the city, but it feel like the city ain't leave me. Till my heart stop beating. I ain't ever been this high. Bloodshot red in my eyes. Please don't fuck up my vibe. Floating through space and time, colors coming out of my mind. I ain't ever been this high. Push start, then I go. Man, it's Lambo Season. If you're moving too slow, probably wouldn't ever see me. If I told you about everything that I've been through, probably wouldn't believe me. Bounce back from all that shit and I always make it look easy.
Peace out, chat. You guys have a good rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday. Peace!